wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. The Transformers. More than beastly the Transformers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of Transformers Reviews. Today, guys, we're actually going to be taking a look at Siege Shockwave. But the only thing I kind of have a drag with is this robo feet just sticking out back here. But on this, I'm just kind of like, oh man, I wish that had kind of hidden, you know? And of course, it's not meant for an adult hand, but you've obviously got the grip down here and everything. And I mean, it's decent as far as the little space gun mode. But let's go ahead and show you what he looks like when you flip it over and do a couple other things to turn him into a submarine. You know, I love the little bit of detailing that's going on up here, because if you look at the top of the conning tower, they actually turned the top of it into kind of mimicking what his later robot mode head looks like. It actually has some really cool light piping to imitate, like whenever you know, G1 Shockwave would talk, his eye would flicker. To have that little bit of a neat feature on it, I love that. And I know it is a little bit odd to have Shockwave have a submarine mode, but as we'll see here when we go into spaceship mode, it works to help further that specific alt mode. Okay guys, so here we can see that once we add all the armor bits on Shockwave, it totally transforms him into what I consider a really cool looking spaceship. And this dude has like 1,000,001 guns coming off of him. I mean, this dude is armed to the teeth. But not only that, if you look here on the back, see, that's where the robot mode come into plays, because they're more for spaceship mode than the submarine gun mode. But in addition to those rockets, he's got these here, and I guess if you wanted to include these on both of the wings, so not only can he shoot you down really quickly, he can, you know, run you down if he had to. So now, however, this is not the first time we've seen Shockwave be an actual spaceship. Whenever it was the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe, and just for a little bit of size comparison, you can see that basically that old Deluxe from Fall of Cybertron, he basically just fits in this whole front section. But if you want to see what it looks like with a more modern day comparison, here he is with Brainstorm. Brainstorm's kind of about the same. That gives you a little bit of an idea there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at Shockwave in his first form of his robot mode. If you guys look at his light piping, it is right on point, and I am loving it. Now, other than that, as you can see, he is definitely rocking his G1 vibe to a T. You know, with both of the Decepticon emblems just nicely placed there on his forearms. And you know, again, just overall aesthetic, it's perfect. So, how does he stack up with old Megatron? Well, Megatron is just a tad bit bigger. It works good, these guys look good together, and really there's nothing else to say, so let's go ahead and look at Shockwave in his armored up mode. I love how the gun bits down here have transformed into bigger feet for him. And I know it's kind of nutty with like the 3 different laser gun arms, but I mean, it's a sort of ridiculous that I honestly do love. Even though these technically are wings, you know, they don't, I mean, it kind of gives like that illusion that not only are these like shoulder armor, but it also kind of gives you like a wings look. However, they do swoop forward, which I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think that I like this more than his normal robot mode. So as you can see, whenever he stacks up to Megatron now, he is a little bit bigger. Now, one final thing I do want to mention is these pieces, most of them can actually be used on Megatron. But it's nice that you can actually kind of mess around and, you know, use those bits on other Transformers figures and not necessarily have them solely restricted to Shockwave. So, guys, that has been the review again of Leader Class Siege Shockwave. And until next time, guys, we'll see you in another review.